At 5:30 a.m., a neighbor's camera recorded Chris Watts backing his truck to the garage, loading it in 3 trips while his wife and daughters were still inside. By 8:30 that morning, he called the school to tell them his little girls would never be coming back. From the outside, the Watts family appeared solid. Chris worked as a field coordinator. Shanann thrived selling Lavelle products online. And 2 young daughters, Bella and Celeste, filled their Colorado home. In May 2018, Shanann announced a 3rd pregnancy. But behind the curated Facebook Lives, tension had been growing. Neighbors later recalled loud fights in the driveway. When Shanann took the children to North Carolina in late June for a 6-week visit, the separation opened a door Chris was already reaching for. The distance allowed a hidden fracture to widen, one that would soon swallow everything. Left alone in Colorado, Chris moved fast. By July 7th, phone records showed a late-night call with coworker Nicole Kessinger. He began meeting her while feeding Shanann thin excuses about heat exhaustion and work stress. Shanann felt the shift immediately. She texted him from North Carolina, saying she missed him and wished he still wanted to talk to her. Chris replied with hollow reassurances, but his attention was elsewhere. He was out at restaurants and a car museum with Nicole, building a secret life, while his pregnant wife sensed her marriage disintegrating, one unanswered call at a time. The digital trail exposed every hidden step. Chris and Nicole exchanged nude photos, which he locked inside a calculator app disguised as a photo vault. On his computer, he researched vacation spots. Nicole searched the phrase, "Man I'm having an affair with says he will leave my wife." Chris's own queries were strangely detached. He Googled when to say "I love you" in a new relationship, as if learning an emotion he had never actually felt. While Shanann begged for connection, Chris was studying the vocabulary of attachment to deploy it with someone else. In mid-July, Chris told Shanann directly that he no longer wanted the marriage or the unborn baby. She suggested counseling. He refused. Shanann, still fighting, ordered a couples book from Amazon and asked him to read it. He said he would, a lie designed to pacify her. Meanwhile, Nicole searched for wedding dresses and then typed Shanann's name into her browser. By early August, she was looking up "marrying your mistress." Chris had checked out entirely, but Shanann could not afford to believe it. She canceled the gender reveal party and confessed to a friend that Chris wouldn't even touch her. On August 9th, while Shanann was at an Arizona work conference, Chris sent her a photograph of one of their daughters. The child lay motionless under a covering, only her legs visible, the proportions strange enough that some thought they looked like doll parts. No explanation accompanied the image. Shanann did not publicly react. She was busy writing Chris a long letter, her final attempt to salvage the family. She knew she was carrying a boy, Nico. Days later, the photograph would be re-examined as a possible signal, an almost rehearsed glimpse of what he was already prepared to do. Shanann returned home at 1:48 a.m. on August 13th. A neighbor's security camera recorded what happened next. Chris, who usually parked on the street to avoid oil stains, backed his work truck directly against the garage. In the dim light, he made 3 trips, carrying bundles from the house to the vehicle. 3 trips, no hesitation. He drove away. Hours later, he called the school and unenrolled Bella and Celeste entirely. When Shanann's friend raised the alarm, Chris claimed his wife had gone on a play date. His voice was flat, his walk toward the house agonizingly slow. Inside the home, everything appeared normal except for 2 details. Shanann's phone was wedged between couch cushions, impossible for a woman known for her meticulous order. And the bedsheets from the master bedroom and the girls' room were missing. Her friend knew immediately that something was catastrophic. Police noted the absence. Chris's story was already crumbling. He told officers they'd had a talk about the marriage and he'd gone to sleep. But the missing sheets and the 3 trips recorded on camera told a different, irreversible story. One that would soon pull the investigation toward the open plains of an oil field. A coworker handed over Chris's GPS data and internal emails with Nicole Kessinger. The coordinates led authorities to a remote work site. A drone captured the first physical confirmation.
the discarded bedsheets lying near massive oil tanks. Beside them, the earth showed signs of fresh digging. Investigators found a shallow grave and looked toward the tanks, their hatches barely 8 inches across. The drone's camera relayed what words could not yet articulate. The search was over, but the recovery was only beginning. The quiet field had been keeping a secret that Chris had counted on staying buried forever. Confronted with the evidence, Chris asked to speak to his father and then offered a confession that pointed blame outward. He claimed Shanann had strangled the girls while he watched on a baby monitor, and he had killed her in a blind rage. He described loading them into the truck, burying his wife, and putting his daughters into the oil tanks. Autopsies destroyed that story. Bella and Celeste were smothered. Shanann was strangled. Hair was torn from a child's scalp on a tank rim. He had not reacted to violence. He had committed it with methodical force, then blamed the dead. Nicole Kessinger's search history after the murders revealed a different kind of calculation. She looked up Amber Frey, the mistress from the Scott Peterson case, and searched for Amber Frey book deal and Amber Frey net worth. She also researched whether police could trace deleted text messages. Chris Watts pled guilty to multiple first-degree murder counts and received 5 life sentences. He shed no real tears. The photograph he sent on August 9th, the 3 trips to the garage, and the empty walk to his front door remain the images that refuse to fade, pieces of a warning nobody could yet read.
If this story stayed with you, please like and subscribe so more people find these cases. And tell me in the comments, what detail from today's account will you not be able to shake? I read every response. Take care of yourselves. Trust the signs you can't explain. I'll see you on the next one.